What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this discussion of RWBY Volume 7, Episode 4, Pomp and Circumstance. I'm Connor,
And I'm your boy Mike.
and there's no Zach because he just hates all of you. Every
He's a
single one.
chump. Everyone who watches this episode, Zach hates you.
So, without further ado, let's just hop into the episode here. Is there anything you want to talk about right off the bat?
How I guess they were I guess Ruby in particular, and I guess John a little bit was like they were like super excited. Like, oh man, this team has some great teamwork. They must be great friends. Nope. This is just a job.
Showing the reality that friendship doesn't win the battle. It is all about emotionless, apathetic, camaraderie.
Which somehow works better than, true teamwork, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a plot setup there. I feel like they are gonna the team themselves. They are gonna end up becoming like friends near the end, or maybe they are friends. They just gotta not show it.
It makes sense if they're not friends, if they're all robots. Just gonna say that.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, dang, this is gonna really beef up his theory if if this is correct.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
Like I was like, dang, like I think I think he actually may have been onto something. I kind of want them to not be robots. I do kind of want them to be like all inside, like control one part of like a giant robot,
Yeah,
like the Power Rangers instead.
it would be interesting. I would be okay with that as an alternative.
Or what? No, okay, so all right, check this out. So what if? Sorry to go on a side tangent.
Okay.
What if Penny becomes a giant robot? And then, like her gear changes, they go through this whole transformation phase, and then they control Penny.
I am now Nickel.
All right, let's get back. Let's get back on topic.
It is interesting that the Aesop's are all kind of modeled after someone, it seems. You see the similarities a lot more in this one, with Vine and Ren being that same, emotionless, calm, monk-like aesthetic. You got Nora and Elm being the whole hammer-wielding
Thunder
big ladies. Yeah,
thighs.
thunder thighs. You got, of course, the
Ruby and
Lux
Hair.
semblances, Clover and Crow. Ruby and Hare, yep. And then Harrow's the only one who's kind of like an oddball, but you could say him and Blake because Faunus, or him and Jean because they're the laughing stock of everybody.
The Marrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, they've got to reveal more. Eventually, they'll give enough information where we can be like, all right, this is solid. This is gonna happen. Anyway, I'm just waiting on it.
Yeah. I want one of them to get injured. That's what I've been waiting for. Because
To
that is what will
see.
prove or disprove my theory.
So far, they've been flawless.
Mm-hmm.
Not a scratch. And then just caveat into like, so as soon as they said that, like Ruby, as soon as they like walked away, she said like, "Hey, we're not friends. Like we work together well, but that's the gist of it." And then
I
she
just
was
work
like,
here.
"Yeah, like this is just a job, nothing more, nothing less." And then she's like, "Hey guys, what do you want to do for fun?" And everybody was like, "Nah, I'm kind of tired. We almost died." They don't want to be carefree. They're all sad and mopey.
It did feel a lot more like older Ruby this episode. There was a lot more jokes, a lot more just kind of messing around and happiness.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that's going to bode well. It's definitely not like hinting towards a future tragedy that's inevitably going to happen.
Not like that happened the first time, right?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
But Marrow, apparently he's the one who just gets shit on by everybody.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for him. I think it'd be really funny if everyone was a mech but him.
Except for him. Because he does seem the most, even though he presents like logical arguments to things, he seems the most human, I guess.
Yeah.
If we're basing it off of that. because like later, I guess I don't know. We'll jump back to it, or we'll get to it. But like when they get to like the mission board, and he's like, "All right, hey, this is important because of this, even though it's super easy and there's no real danger. It could cause some danger."
I feel like I relate to that a lot because it's like there's the political or philosophical side where I can just talk and talk and talk and just be rational the whole way through, and then I've got like what these recordings typically are, where it's just left and right. What the fuck's going on? Dumb jokes here and there, and people not laughing at my puns.
Yeah, I mean it's hit and miss. I don't like puns, but you got some pretty good ones. I'll give you that.
Every single one of them is a good one as far as I'm concerned. But one of my suspected theories has proved true, where it has come up that Ironwood is being framed. They learn about the bus dude who they were with being killed, and yeah, seems like that's definitely going to be a big play. That might be what they're trying to do, like they did in Beacon, to get the people all negative emotiony to draw in the Grim,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they make their big play.
Yeah, I can see that, and it looks like it is Watts and Tyrion behind that. But as far as what their exact goal is questionable. Yeah, it could be that, and I'm wanting to see what they're doing with the election specifically, because like in the opening, it shows there's an election map, and he's targeting those people specifically that are against him.
So I think he's hacking the election. And what I thought was initially him hacking for Hill, I think after the ending of this episode, it might be him hacking for Jacques.
Yeah.
Which, I guess, well, let's just hop straight into Jacques then. So Jacques lands because apparently it was his mining site, as I guess we could have assumed by all the Schnee Dust Company logos that were all around. He confronts Ironwood with an enjoyable conversation, I thought.
He's apparently running for election too, so
yeah. Which makes sense. He was pissed that Ironwood has 2 seats on the council currently against him, so no matter what Ironwood wants, he gets. So he's like, all right, motherfucker, I'm going to have a say in this. He sees Weiss again. Weiss stands up to him. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, I want to like see like peer into his heart and see like he actually does care a little tiny bit, just a tiny bit, because he did come out and was like, all right, my lost daughter here, and I don't know if I'm on the edge of like, is he just possessive and doesn't actually care, or does he actually care a little bit and just doesn't show it in the way that we would normally expect someone to like show that kind of emotion?
I have no idea.
I have mixed feelings, and I want to believe the latter.
I think he's just going to be a bad guy through and through. But I would like to get some backstory on him. Very exactly how he made his way into the Schnee family, exactly what he did. Was there a sneaky route involved? Did he actually do it through romance? Did he become corrupt because of the money? Or was he corrupt always, and that just gave him the platform he needed?
Yeah.
Then when Weiss confronts him, Jacques brings up the mother.
The mommy.
Which I wasn't thinking about with the last episode. Or the 2 episodes ago when with the Winter Maiden. So that's still a possibility. But the fact that she's in Jacques' grasp, it makes me doubt that she's the Winter Maiden.
Yeah. I still think it's someone else, honestly. But it's still, that like she's in that pool.
What if it's going to be what if the Winter Maiden is the shop owner?
The shop owner?
From volume 1 to 3.
It's like a curveball, just like
it's actually a woman this whole time.
And then they're just gonna go through like some scenes, flashbacks that we didn't notice. Like pointing out this whole time. Wow. I
The
mean, you
dumbest
may
shit ever.
you may as well throw her, throw her in the pool. Like we don't know right now. We don't have enough information to say otherwise. But yeah, I guess I don't think I don't remember ever seeing Weiss's mom or
We see a
even her.
picture of her, and that's all that we've seen.
Just like you know how she gets when she upset. Like how does she get when she's upset? That sounds harrowing. That doesn't sound good at all.
I imagine she probably like tries to kill herself. Gets super depressed, shit like that. But I don't know. Well, but we move on. Unless you have something else to say.
No, yeah, that's all I got about that. Except, well, I guess except for like he said, "You thanks for giving me the noose to hang you." So I guess he has some dirt or something on Ironwood, or maybe he was like indirectly saying, "Hey, um, I I don't know, like I know what you're doing or what you're up to, and it's gonna ruin you."
I just took it as him committing to not seeing Ironwood as just like a business competition, but now he sees them as an enemy. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying, guess what? My resources now aren't trying to work with you; they're now working against you. Bring it on, motherfucker.
yeah, this is the last straw. Come get some. But yeah, that's the only other thing I had in that part.
Yeah. He
And the
takes
best
off. We see Winter. There's really not much there. I guess Penny jumps in to scare everybody. That part was pretty funny.
congratulations. I love Penny.
Yeah. She's so good throughout this entire next bit when the team gets their huntsman licenses officially. Which I thought that they were already licensed huntsmen.
At this point, they may as well have been like long ago.
I, it makes sense that they weren't. The school got destroyed, but I just imagined that like Crow had been like, all right, so like I'm the only one in the world who has this authority right now. You're all just huntsmen. Just fuck it.
Like you're doing everything that a huntsman and a huntress would do anyway. So why not?
The whole time that they're getting their licenses, there's Penny just bouncing up and down. Winter actually has to stop her. Adorable little bits.
Best girl. That's
Mm-hmm.
best girl this episode once again.
Yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, and this is where all the pomp and circumstance comes in. Ironwood gives a rousing speech about heroism, essentially, and how you've all earned this, and good job, blah, blah, blah. And then the
Yeah,
team all celebrates. They eat cake, they take selfies. Blake and Yang take a selfie together. Very
yeah.
cute moment. It became a meme. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
I when I saw it, I was like, they're probably gonna make a meme of this. Like, at this point, I've just accepted it. It's like, all right, like, it's already been made official in the last one, so I'm just afraid of what the internet is going to produce of this. It's my only fear.
It's just like taking that exact picture and putting it in random places. Like someone just pulls out their phone. It's like, what's this person looking at? And they just. Some of it's dumb like that. Some of it's actually more clever. I can't think of any clever ones at the moment. I'm gonna cut that joke on her.
Leave that in, counter. Future counter, leave this in.
And one of the two most interesting parts of the episode we got, and that was Crow talking to Ruby. Which, first off, Ruby says that whole, I don't know if I'm just like Ozpin or blah 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 anything. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing if what I'm doing is right. And Crow makes the mention of you're not like Ozpin. You're trusting others too. How do you feel about that?
All right, so I know he had already made the theory beforehand, and yeah, I'm somewhat sympathetic to that now. After hearing that, like, okay, is she gonna do? Oh, one sec, sorry.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So I guess it's gonna come down to, all right, you're doing this differently, and he seems like he trusts that, like he likes that more than he does Aspen. So I wonder if yeah, if pretty much Ruby's gonna take the reins from me, because if she's able to, um, to take down Salem, like by the end of Ruby. Or I guess what we know is is Ruby currently. Then she'll be right. But I guess there's the alternate scenario. So what if they can't defeat Salem, and now Ruby is taking the reins, and Osmond is now out of the picture.
That's possible. How would you feel if like they pulled a Fate Apocrypha and the final battle was Ruby versus Salem in a makeout battle?
That would be so terrible that I would. I don't know what I would do at that point.
I'm gonna defend myself. I've never watched that anime. I've just seen that clip just on social media. Just saying that right now.
So, all right, no, I'm not gonna talk about Fate Apocrypha because
That's good. That's fine.
it's actually I like it. I like this so, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving on here. We'll talk about Ruby right now. But if people want another video about Fate Apocrypha,
oh, sorry, not Fate Apocrypha. I meant Fate Kiliad.
Okay, so
Fate Kiliad El Prisma, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
the one with the little girls being. Ugh.
The series that should not have existed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fate. All right, you can get that.
If you're a pedophile, you'll love it.
Look at what you've done, Fate. You've come such a long way.
Maybe if you're a kid, you'd like it too. I really don't know.
I don't know. But nah, yeah, I feel like one of those two things is gonna happen. Either like what they're doing is gonna be like the correct choice and sharing the information with everyone, or it's gonna be the wrong choice and make things worse. And now Osmond's gonna be out of the picture, and now you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of the decision.
I'm curious about that. I think it's kind of bullshit. Crow saying that Ruby is not like Ozpin. You know, he's better than her because he's trusting some other people. It's like you're trusting your closest friends.
Ozpin definitely didn't share everything, but he did share some information, and for good reason.
It's still just so similar. I don't like there being that small of a difference being the difference between you're a monster and you're a hero.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, because when you really think about that, he said he's going to tell about Salem, the relics, and everything. Who knows?
Who's the real hero?
Who knows what's going to happen? He's like, all right, we're going to do this, and then we're going to basically let's do it. We're going to get as many allies as we can around this. We're going to unify, and we're going to take this to its heart. But then you got Ruby here, who's basically doing the same thing as Oz, which I think you're right. I think Crow is being blind to that fact, just because he trusts Ruby a lot, and Ruby has never betrayed him yet. She's not withheld information. So what's really gonna happen when she starts withholding information from the people that she loves and trusts, and that trust her? Because right now everybody's gathered around Ruby. Everybody trusts. Everybody was like, whatever you decide, Ruby.
What if Ruby uses the final question and doesn't tell anyone about it?
Ooh, what if? What a theory. Man, that is gonna be. What kind of divide would that create? Everything would fall apart. Like, who is going to be the center at that point?
Jean. He's really the only acceptable option.
Yeah,
I guess maybe Crow because he's come back from his alcoholism, but
I feel like that would crush him though. That's all he's got right now. Ruby is his closest anything. As his family, as the only person that he's really been with in contact with the longest at this point. As far as in the series after the fall.
There's a thought that I've had, and Dan, shout out to you, Dan. He sent me a private message about this, about a theory that he had, involving the Staff of Creation and the fact that it might be able to bring souls back from the dead, breathing some life into yours and Zach's Pyrrha hopes. But I also thought of kind of a different possibility. What if Salem gets it and uses it to make a Pyrrha that she controls?
Ooh, so I wouldn't want that. I do like that theory though, because I guess the guy, like with the guys' discussion. So now I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because they said the guys created everything, and then we're gonna remake the world, and we're gonna come judgment time. And they left breadcrumbs, so like stuff that they done because they did in fact they did technically grant Salem's wishes. They did bring him back to life, even though they said they wouldn't, and they were like, all right. Like, no, you can't have that. And then she got upset, temper tantrum. But Oz did come back to life, not in the way that she wanted. So maybe I think that theory has some grounding. These are what the gods left. They left a portion of their powers to do with what you will.
There was also another comment by a guy by DeathCon who watches our videos. Shout out to you. Um, who talked about how I guess the real way that Thor dies in everything that happens with the falling of the gods is he's actually poisoned. And so with Nora being based on him and Tyrion being in the picture so much, and us having those Nora
No,
death flags.
no. I will not give any fuel to that fire. They cannot. They cannot do it.
Oh man, I think it might happen. This might be Nora's final season or the next
I,
one.
if they do, they're definitely beefing it up because you could see like near the end of the episode, or I guess it was before they actually brought in like Crow and Ruby talking. Like you see how Ren was like not paying attention to Nora. He was talking to like Weiss, and she just kind of like popped up. In the end, it was like Ren was closer and next to Weiss. And maybe that's a small thing, but I feel like they are trying to like feel that part. Like, all right, Ren is just gonna ignore her, and then realize too late that she's like really important to him, that he's been neglecting her.
And
All that
Mulan,
fun
in
stuff.
her original storytelling, this is also part of DeathCon's comment, her Mulan's death is by suicide.
Please, no, I don't. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to take that. Not
Oh, it's
Nora.
gonna be so bad if it happens.
Like, and I cannot see that with Nora. Nah, only way would be to protect or to make sure that Ren is safe. Dang. All right, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Nah.
All right, well, we'll move on. That was a little bit of a
Oh.
tangent, but I couldn't think of a better place to put this in the video. Uh, so back to Crow talking to Ruby, we also got some more information on Summer, which the fact that she's now been brought up also pushes more of me thinking that she's the Winter Maiden.
Yeah, I
Um,
just good.
what Crow ends up saying, or Ruby asks, like, was what happened to Summer an Oz secret? And Crow saying, nope, at least not as far as we could tell. Uh, seems like that was her secret. So if she found the maiden, and maybe if she knew what was happening to the other maidens, kind of being kept under watch all the time, maybe she wanted freedom, and so she ran away and ended up in Ironwood's clutches in some way, but wounded or something. I don't know.
So what? Okay, well, I don't know. I'll have to dig more into that later because it says she ain't a spring chicken no more, which has to imply that she's old.
And with her being a
Uh,
spring chicken and being summer, I just feel like bringing up the seasons.
yeah,
It's a tiny bit. I'm grasping.
yeah, we're grasping at straws here, but we never we don't know anything about it. We don't know what her semblance is. We only know her combat style and that she's her mother. So I don't know. That one's it's still very tough to really pin that as her. But the words that Crow is using though is like he was using she would be proud. As in like there's no way she could. So I don't know if he's doing that intentionally or he is still sticking to his guns and just hiding the truth.
I guess that is true. He did say that or it did imply that he knows who the Summer Maiden is. So if it was Summer and him keeping that from Ruby, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay very close attention like when they bring it up, like how he actually like phrases things. But I'm still, yeah, I guess we're still gonna have to wait. Like, there's not enough yet.
So really, the final bit of pomp and circumstance of them actually celebrating, not of the actual episode, is the team chooses missions. Jean's alone on a babysitting mission. 2 people are going for the saber, and the rest are doing something else. I feel like Jean's in trouble. I feel like something's going to happen to Jean. I want something to happen to Jean.
Like in Mantle, maybe he'll fight Tyrion. Maybe he'll have to fight Tyrion 1-on-1
That's what I'm
because
hoping
he's in
for.
Mantle. Maybe one of those parents is gonna be with him, and one of those parents happens to be a supporter and is against Iron. Ooh, okay, all right, I can see that.
I really want Watts to run into one of the younger members, so that way they just have no idea who he is, and they're just like, "Oh, what's up, old man?" And they're like, and he's just like, "Hello, children. Take care of my little boy here," for Tyrion.
First Huntsman mission. Man, they've come a long way.
Oh yeah, and we also get a shout out to Mike Guy in this episode.
What's the power of
Elm,
youth?
she yells out, "The
The power of
enthusiasm of youth."
The power of youth.
That's an obvious Mike Guy reference.
Dang. Like everybody raised their hand for that combat mission. They were like, yes, get me in there, give me some action.
Oh, on that note, completely off tangent, the next death battle is going to be Mike Guy versus All Might.
It's probably gonna be All Might.
I don't know enough about I already forgot what the show's called. I don't know enough about that anime.
My Hero.
My Hero Academia. Alright, then we will cut to the final bits of this episode, where we finally see the greatest character, the hero of them all, the hero of the world. We see Whitley.
He just let himself in.
I love his introduction with that. It's like, yeah, he's here. I don't know what to do.
Hey, Dad. Like,
I love the conversation so much between them. Between Jacques and Watts. He's like, "You're supposed to be dead." He's like, "Oh, yes, I faked my death." He's like, "Well, okay. Bring on. Let's talk like we're old friends." That's part of what I want more of his backstory, too.
Yeah. The Schnee family and the Watts family.
I guess there have been theories that they've been related. Watts and Jacques have been related solely because of the mustache.
The mustache, exactly. Yes. It's the stash.
And that real final bit that happens is the whole what was it? You can have your cake and eat it too. Come and join me. Come and join Salem's side.
How would you like to have your cake and eat it too?
I will let you be king of the ashes.
And knowing Whitley, he was probably listening in the whole time. Who knows who he's gonna tell?
I'm curious what's gonna happen with Whitley. More than anyone, I'm curious about Whitley. I've been wanting more Whitley.
As loyal as he says he is, I feel like he's a snitch. I feel like he's gonna leak some information to somebody.
I think he's got a moral side to him, being inspired by Weiss and Winter. I think he's going to realize that Jacques is going down a path that's way too dangerous, and he's going to be like, I have to tell somebody. I have to tell Winter. I don't know.
Don't see. And where's Mama Weiss? I need to see what's going down here, because they just like threw that in there like, all right, so like show me, tell what's going on. Let me get some screen time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So next episode, are you expecting them to go a little bit deeper into Watts Jacques conversation, like dive straight into that, or?
I don't think they will. I think we're gonna finally see Hill. I
For
think the name's
once.
gonna be some pun like over the hill.
just
I'm just
just shooting the dark here.
I'm picking up the vibe, you know? We've gone so long with hearing about Hill and not seeing her. I think it's about time now before it's too late.
Get some development in so we can get to know who she is, what she's about. Happy huntresses.
Yeah. God, I would love for it to be Cinder and Neo.
Yeah, if that's it, then I didn't even know, man. Like, I thought I couldn't be surprised anymore, but yeah, that would surprise me.
That'd be even greater if Emerald and Mercury were there too. Mercury was also, considered one of the happy huntresses. He's like, all right, come on, why do I have to wear a dress?
It'll be just like the dance that peeking all over again. Except John's off the hook this time. What an episode.
It'd be crazy if we saw Jean in a dress again dancing with the Pyrrha
Yeah.
statue or an urn. Bringing that
Oh,
back.
all right. Please no. I can't. I don't know how to handle that.
Uh,
I'll still have a tough time dealing with this to this
I,
day.
I guess he's got the sash, the ribbon, whatever it is, the cloth.
My goodness, man.
And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, same. So that's I'm gonna have to dig in a little bit to find out about a potential theory I'm trying to form around Summer in relation to that conversation and the Winter Maiden. That's that's later. That's some research that's gonna be done.
Yeah. Well, rating for the episode.
I liked it. Yeah, this time I would probably give it an 8 though. There wasn't too much that happened that I was like super excited about.
Yeah, plot related, really nothing happened, but I enjoyed the comedy a lot. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, you really the overall feel was like yeah they threw in like the corny jokes, the puns, and it felt like old Ruby.
Penny just bouncing up and down. That might be my favorite scene of the show right now.
You should make a gif of that.
Just have that going the whole time.
Just like her, just like
I
bouncing.
could do that. I
Like,
could absolutely do that.
I was just imagine that I was like this penny bouncing. Like,
I could absolutely do that. Okay.
done and done.
Well, and then finally, best boy and best girl.
You already know Penny.
Yep.
As far as best boy, probably Rin.
Okay.
Like Rin is
Watts.
usually in the back. Watts.
I'm so happy about Watts. I love Watts. Every single time we've seen him, I have absolutely loved his character.
He is a cool character. Like, and I want to know what his semblance is. Like, we can. I don't know. I want to assume that it's like he has like some sort of control over technology, like a technomancer or something like that.
That'd
But
be
I don't
interesting.
know. The man's too smart for his own good.
I love it. I love it so much. Ever since his introduction number in Volume 4, where he's just talking down to Cinder, I loved it. In fucking Volume 5, when when he's still talking down about Cinder and everyone who he's with to Raven, I loved it. He's just a guy who can appreciate a joke, but is logical the whole time. He focuses on the goal at the end.
Yeah, he's definitely a strategist because like you can tell he's just like I think I can't remember if when he said it or if he said it. He's like I don't like he basically he says like he doesn't fail. Like failure is not like in his vocabulary or something like that. I can't even remember. I'll have to find it. You can tell he plans things out well in advance. So this whole thing that's happening in Atlas probably was planned way in the past before any of this went down.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about what Oscar's doing next episode. Been missing him.
Yeah, maybe he's been actually. Well, no, Iron Road was here, so he couldn't have been fighting. He was
Uh,
chilling.
Maybe he was daydreaming about Ruby, the lass who he loves.
Or
Can
maybe
you
he
imagine
is
if
lost.
Oscar's voice was like this the whole time? Come on, Ruby.
I don't even want to even try to imagine that.
Let's go, husband. But I don't know
Oz
how
is
to fight Ironwood.
that's the real
I,
reason Oz left.
I need to add an Irish character into the D&D. I love Irish accents.
Have mercy, please.
Nah,
No mercy.
I hope you're ready for this one.
That's gonna be the one that makes me cut down Beardy.
Not Rusty's.
Some Irish accent is just gonna trigger me and just max
Rusty's comes
damage.
out. Rusty, his whole thing comes out this Friday. So I'm excited about that. You will not take care of that.
Oh
All right.
man.
Well, I think that's enough of a tangent to end this on, unless you have something else to say.
Nah, no more side tangents, no more theories.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell, and tell this to everyone who you know, including Mike.
Please don't tell me.
Peace. I got a cookie. I'm going to eat it. This cookie is the only thing I've eaten in the last 24 hours. I'm so healthy, aren't I? I've actually been trying to lose weight. I don't know if you can see or not. I lost about 30 pounds in the last month and a half. So yeah, that's my life. This is probably going to go at the end of the video. I am absolutely not going to leave this in the center. That's just a fun fact for you. Gonna leave in all the audio too. Every single bit of it. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm going back home just for like pretty much a day, day and a half. That'll be fun. Be nice having some good food. Just have to make sure I don't eat too much. It's also getting harder to exercise with that, you know, because it's like getting really cold out. It's been freezing in this apartment the last 2 days. Part of it's because my roommates left their window open for the last 24 hours when it was 20 degrees. Yeah. That was a look at exactly what's going on right now. You can see if you pause that frame, if you go back and pause that frame, you'll see that episode 4, our react, is actually there. You can see it's blocked. That's the issue that we had with the last react, is that it just wasn't unblocked, because typically when we dispute it, Rooster Teeth makes a response to it, and they're in the YouTube system saying, "All right, this video is allowed through, but it can be but it can't be monetized." But that just for the last episode, for episode 3, discussion just stayed blocked, and so while it was still blocked, it was made public, but no one could view it, and so if you didn't get a pop up about episode 3's react, that is the reason why. Because even after it was unblocked and I remade it public, it just doesn't push notifications. Infuriating. Hey, congrats on Brandon for making it to part 77. It's just me going to be reading comments now. I enjoy reading the comments, by the way. If anybody here has like watched this far and you're still for some god awful reason watching this, I enjoy reading the comments. It's one of the things like with this channel. It's one of the things that actually kept me going because the first few episodes of Naruto D&D, they were incredibly inconsistent, and that's really what kept me going. Oh, hey, Mike, you back?
Yeah, my bad, dude.
Guys, no problem. I was just talking to the camera. I'm just gonna cut this and put it at the end of the video. I've been eating a
Okay.
cookie, so it's been, people are gonna love it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to let us know whether you did or didn't by using those like buttons, the comments, or subscribing. And make sure you also spread it around to all of your friends, too. I'd also like to thank our patrons. With support like yours, we're able to slowly improve on our content, so thank you so much for supporting us. If you're not already a patron and you'd like to support us directly, be sure to check out our Patreon in the description below. We have rewards like stickers, shirts, behind-the-scenes content, and even the ability to make a major character to join in one of our D&D campaigns. Well, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.